We're gonna officially, here's our official start. Welcome, beautiful beings. This is the new moon solar eclipse day, and I have a really special mini class to share with you. My name is Lisanne Mullins, and I am the founder of the Temple of Alchemy and Illumination and the alchemist behind the Sacred Alchemy Light Creations line of products. So, a warm welcome to this powerful portal of new beginnings created by the cosmic convergence of energies. Thank you for being here. And whether you're joining me live or will listening afterwards, I am deeply grateful to share this sacred space with you. I know that this was such short notice, but at times the light beings, they really do not consider our human calendars at all. I know that's true for me. So, first of all, you're in the right place. If you've been in a period of feeling stuck, like you're in an old chapter that just keeps repeating itself, and you're also having a clear sense that there's something new in store for you, or something right over the horizon that you can't yet see. Or if you're seeking clarity to move forward and to take some confident next steps into this new timeline, this new chapter, or you might be ready for a bold move that requires courage, trust, and blind faith. And you're also in the right place if you just like to amplify a goal that you have or an intention that you've set for yourself and is working through it. So, whichever it is, or maybe you just want to be in sacred space with us today. Whichever it is, I deeply acknowledge you for showing up and for riding the waves of the past several years, the past several months, the past several weeks, and even the past several days when everything in our world has been in flux. And for many of us, there is big change at hand. You know what? It takes courage to keep moving forward, especially at a time when the path is not visible and we're flying blind, if you will. So my highest intention for you today is that the teachings that I was guided to share in this mini class today can create for you some clarity, some momentum, and give you traction for this next chapter of your journey. And that you will walk away with even more certainty that this friendly universe that knows you and loves you is always on your side and is in fact handing you what I have been intuitively shown to be a golden key. Yes, a golden key. I didn't just make this thing up. I can't make this stuff up. Many of you know that by now. So I was shown that this is the golden key that we've been handed, so I went with it. And this golden key is meant to unlock full support for each of us at this time, if we so choose to, of course. There's always free will. So, welcome again, and let's go ahead. If you had a candle with you, let's go ahead and light our candles and begin to take a few breaths and drop in together. As we begin to weave our energies within this container, and most of all, acknowledging that the light of this candle, of the stars, of the cosmos, of the solar system, of source intelligence is a reflection of the light that you are at your very essence. So just take a deep, deep breath, just acknowledging this. Yes. And I'm going to go ahead and set my candle aside, but I'll invite you to take another deep breath and bow to the light that you are. Make an outer and an inner gesture, the Khichari Mudra in the Shaivite lineage. So I was recently listening to an interview with Tony Robbins and Brendon Burchard. And Brendon is a very well regarded and prolific entrepreneur who believes strongly in empowering other entrepreneurs to bring their unique gifts to the world. And Brendon shared that the reason why he is so passionate about his mission was because of a near-death experience that he had as a young college kid when he was in a very bad car accident. He spoke of leaving his body and floating over the scene of this horrific crash as he headed into the white light. But he was sent back after being told it was not yet his time and that he still had so much to do here. He spoke about that life-altering moment as feeling like he was handed a golden ticket by God. He's actually written a book with this title, and that he knew that he had to make that ticket count for something. He was buying his way in. That ticket was giving him access to a glorious and epic space on the earth plane, and he needed to make that count. Thankfully, we don't all have to go through a near-death experience to receive gifts from the universe, from God, from Spirit. In fact, gifts are always on offer, and there are many times when other planetary bodies and solar systems will gift this planet with specific frequency bands of energy that propels us forward and is like a huge dose of good fortune, if you will. Today is one of those moments. And while I'm not here to give you an astrology talk, I'm not an astrology, I dabble in it enough to make me dangerous. That, though, would be a separate talk. I'm here instead to share with you the 3 simple secrets that the light beings have asked me to share today to support you, to support each of us to avail fully of the abundant, loving, fortune-filled portal that is opening today with the new moon solar eclipse convergence. In short, beautiful beings, there is a massive influx of beneficent, supportive, loving energy pouring into us. And since we're each of us a child of the stars, of the cosmos, of the solar system, the multiverse, this is all happening to serve us and support us. So here is how our time together will unfold over the next 30 or 40 minutes or less or a little more. It's hard to gauge these things. So I will share with you first the 3 secrets to claim your golden key, whatever that means for you. The good news is it's an individualized claiming, most aligned with what we need. And then I will guide you into a powerful alchemical embodiment journey that will energetically set the new beginning in motion for you in a very tangible and granular way. So at this time, let's take another couple deep breaths. Stretch, move your body a little, make yourself comfortable, settle in, and now let's dive deeper in. The secret number one: trust the new opportunity that has presented itself for you. A new journey, a new opportunity requires a new mindset and a new decision. When we decide, it creates instant momentum. Desire, decision cuts off any other possibility. And it allows us to boldly claim the opportunity to move forward. Claim that opportunity today. Be excited that the new journey begins now. Every step that you have taken in your lifetime and in multiple lifetimes have converged to take you here to this new now, this present moment of the now. So you might have heard the story of a man who was drowning out there in the ocean, drowning. And he started calling out to God for help. Help me, Father, I don't want to die. So shortly after, a small boat went by, saw him, and asked him, do you want to? No, I'm good. After that, a little bigger boat came along. Same scene. Hey, no, I'm good. A ship went by after, and you guessed it. No, I'm good. I'm waiting for God. Then a small plane came down, spotted him, came down. Hey, you're in trouble. No, God has got this covered. And you guessed this. I know you're ahead of me on this story, whether you've heard it before or not. He drowned. So he's there at the pearly gates. This is a mythic story, you guys, right? So he's there at the pearly gates, and St. Peter's, the keeper of the record, is looking and got really mystified and said, I don't have your name here. You shouldn't be here. What happened? So he recounted his story. I was drowning and I asked God for help and, but he didn't show up. And St. Peter says, let me check this out because it's really odd. He said, I saw here where God sent you a boat. He sent you a bigger boat. He sent you a ship. He sent you... What happened? That's the crux of the story. How many times do we wait for what? The bells and whistles, for the flyover from God, from the voice out of the clouds, and miss the opportunity. So believe that what you have is required. You have what you have. You have what you need to take that journey. And what you don't need, what you don't yet have will be provided along the way. You do not have to have all the answers and all the I's dotted. That, my friend, is your ego mind messing with you and keeping you stuck in contraction so that it can continue to rule the kingdom of your life. But as Michael Bernard Beckwith said, a bad day for the ego is a good day for the soul. So I was recently in a business mastermind group that I belong to, and there was a woman sharing a success story with us. She talked about this kind of half-baked sounding idea that dropped into her awareness. She didn't language it as a download, but people like us, we call it downloads. She got this idea and she really actually didn't know much about it, didn't know how to execute it, didn't have all the I's crossed, just had no idea. But it was such a strong idea that she jumped ahead and executed it anyway. And just the most amazing sequence of events happened for her. And she shared with us this huge success that came out of it, not just in money, but in all these opportunities that opened up. And she used a phrase that summed it up perfectly. She said that she was ignorance on fire. And we all fell out laughing. I fell in love with that expression. Ignorance on fire. You know why? Sometimes that's exactly who we need to be when a new opportunity presents itself or when we are ready to write one for ourselves. Because oftentimes, waiting to be perfect and for everything to align keeps us spinning our wheels, and sometimes for years. So believe in yourself and the intelligence of the universe, which is co-creating with infinite perfection this beautiful new beginning with you and for you. Secret number 2, be bold and engage with trust and wonder, like a wide-eyed wonder, if you will. Like that Fool card in the tarot deck, my absolute favorite card of every maybe 60 of the card decks that I own is the Fool in the tarot. The Fool is the perfect embodiment of innocence and beginner's mind and trust and, yes, courage. The Fool doesn't know what it doesn't know. It doesn't understand that something might stop the journey or interfere with the journey. The Fool just knows that it needs to be on a journey. And so that is to be bold and to engage with trust and wonder. You will find that there will be magic. There will be synchronicities. There will be gifts sprinkled along the path of this new opportunity, this new journey. So do not get stuck in perfectionism. Perfectionism, beautiful being, is just fair wearing a pretty dress. Perfectionism is just fair wearing a pretty dress. So be open. Release attachments to how it has to be, because attachment means that you're writing this new opportunity using an old template, one that you have most likely outgrown. There is a reason why this is called a new opportunity, a new beginning, a new journey. And all possibilities and all new starts lies in the unknown. That's the rub. So push through those inner limits, the habitual belief patterns, the thoughts, the feelings, the mental constructs, and even the actions that have brought you this far. They've brought you here and you've made it. Yay, let's celebrate that. But now you're required to access parts of yourself and new superpowers that you're not yet familiar with, and it will be so well worth it. Trust that you will be supported every step of the way. And then jump. Secret number 3, know with absolute certainty that it's impossible to fail. Wait. Impossible to fail? Yes. You might ask me, how can you know this as truth? I'll tell you why. Short answer. It's because your soul, your wise soul, would never give you a task or set you on a journey that it knows that do not have the ability to complete, or if necessary, to ask for and accept the help that will show up along the way if you need it and when you need it in perfect time. When you know something with absolute certainty, with a depth of feeling that might sound illogical to others or to the so-called rational mind, then you're on to something big. There's something epic unfolding, and it might feel scary. Yes, it's supposed to feel scary. Epic things oftentimes feel very scary. If not, everybody would be doing epic things. Doors open, opportunities present. Knowing, my friend, is the super antidote to not just your inner doubting Thomas, and we all have that archetype, the one that wants to protect us. But most importantly, it is antidote against the so-called external conditions and factors that love to share proof of your imminent failure. I remember when I opened my brick and mortar skin and wellness center about 16, 17 years ago, my very first solopreneur endeavor. The overwhelming outward condition at the time within the economy showed that I could not succeed. The bank system had gone belly up. Where did a recession going on? They were not lending money. New businesses were going to fail. Even the SBA was not giving new businesses money. I heard no. Every door was closed to being funded. So all the outward conditions showed that I could not succeed. And a few well-meaning friends expressed their concerns. And in addition to that, there were glitches along the way. Construction issues, inspectors not coming, that could have caused me to give up. But you know what? The universe had orchestrated a golden key moment for me. And me grabbing hold of that key and walking into that new opportunity, as scary as it felt, as much as the evidence was stacked up to prove that I shouldn't make it, that decision changed my entire life in ways that are still ongoing to this day, even as I no longer have a brick and mortar business model currently. Now I call it the international model of Zoom. The one thing when I look back that I had going for me was an irrational knowing that I couldn't fail. And this was so bone deep that I could even taste it at times. In short, I was ignorance on fire. I didn't know that expression then, but looking back, I realized that exactly was what I was. I didn't know what I didn't know, and it was great. I was on fire in my ignorance, and it worked. So why should you trust your irrational knowing, my friend? I'll tell you why. The absolute intelligence, whatever we want to call him or her or it, that same intelligence that creates solar systems, that creates eclipses, that hung planets and stars and star nations, the same intelligence that orchestrates golden key moments through sometimes cosmic events like the one unfolding today, has a vested interest in you succeeding. The absolute intelligence experiences itself as you. And so your success, your happiness, your well-being, and your abundance allows it selfishly, if we think about it, to claim victory and to know itself even more fully. The absolute intelligence needs us. even more than we needed, truth be told. So, only by doubting yourself as one with this vast intelligence can anything but the most perfect outcome be assured for this beautiful and auspicious new beginning that you orchestrated eons ago, that you're now realizing and hopefully will step into and claim. And lastly, when you are in absolute knowing, this triggers an inner cascade of feelings like trust, like joy, and love. And these are the highest vibrational frequencies on the Hertz vibrational scale. Why is this scale relevant? Because we communicate with the intelligent field through feelings. And so when this positive cascade is released, and that feeling, these feelings of trust and joy and love and celebration is communicated with the intelligent field, it brings the manifestation. Excuse me. Let's take a sip of water here. You probably need one too. Thank you. So to say this again, these feelings communicates with the intelligent field, which then brings about the manifestation of the gifts inherent within the new beginning, the new opportunity that is now pouring in, that is now available. These manifestations, these new gifts will show up in our world as living reality. And so I'm going to move on, but let's recap the 3 secrets before we dive into the journey. Secret number 1 is to trust the new opportunity that has presented itself. Secret number 2, be bold and engage with trust and wonder. And secret number 3 is to know with absolute certainty that it's impossible to fail. And so let's shift gears. I'm going to take another drink of my water here. Thank you for hanging in there with me and dropping in, shifting gears. You can put everything aside if you were taking notes. And take another deep breath here. Let's breathe together. Breath is life. Nectar. So let's shift gears and settle in for the golden key journey that will imprint this new key, this new beginning into your mind, into your body, into your energy field. The golden key activation journey, aligning with the new opportunity. So allow yourself to settle into a comfortable position. Put everything aside, and if you will not fall asleep, you can lie down if you choose to, and if not, just be seated in a comfortable posture. And now close your eyes and begin to turn inwards. Following your breath and allowing it to guide you in to a calm and yet alert and spacious place. And take a series of these circular breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And begin to feel your breath moving through you like a gentle river of life and light. Feel your breath softening and relaxing you from the inside out, melting every cell, every tissue and every fiber into a state of softness and relaxation. And allow anything that needs to be released, give permission to be released out into the purifying river of your breath. And simultaneously begin to feel an outward relaxation from the top of your head, moving down across the band of your forehead, down your cheeks, your jawline, the back of your head, the back of your neck, your back body. Softening your chest, your diaphragm, your belly, the dantium. Softening your pelvic girdle, moving down your thighs, your shins, your calves, and softening down all the way to the soles of your feet. Feel yourself as weightless, being held on the current, the beautiful river of your breath. And now on your next exhalation, with your intention, send a grounding cord from the base of your spine, bursting through the crust of the earth and burrowing through the many layers of the earth. Going deep down, feel that cord traveling down out of its own volition. Feel when it bumps up and stops and wraps itself around the iron center of the molten core of Mother Gaia. Take another deep breath and begin to feel her unique energies of stability, of security, of calm, of peace, of nurturing, flowing upwards and into you, moving from the very center of the Earth Mother. Take another deep breath and send yourself, full consciousness, out into a beautiful meadow. Just your intention makes it so. Walk forward into this meadow, feeling the grass under your feet, the wind in your hair, and the sun dappling your skin. As you walk forward, listen to the creatures that lives here. Look at the winged ones that are flying around here, bringing life to your meadow. Noticing the plant people that grows here. Directly ahead of you, there's a beautiful bench. Make your way over and take a seat. Relax on this bench for a moment and drop in further to reflect on the path, the journey that you've traveled to this stage, to this day. No judging, only observing. Do a quick review. And as you're doing this review, allow yourself to feel gratitude. Not just for yourself, this beautiful, courageous, perfectly imperfect human who've journeyed this far, but also for the infinite intelligence that knows you as one with itself, that has guided you and resourced you to this far. Allow yourself to feel peace and drop further in and claim a readiness for this new opportunities. It could be more than one. Knowing that it will be perfect for what you need now. And now feel, see, sense this entire meadow becoming irradiated and illuminated with a brilliant, radiant golden light, the solar ray. The golden light gets brighter with each second until you and everything around you is illuminated and irradiated with this golden light. Drink this in. And become aware now in your exact line of vision of a bright golden key suspended in front of you. Take the key, and immediately now a beautiful door appears in front of you. Use the golden key to open the door, beautiful being. Gently step in and find yourself in a scene that is both unfamiliar and yet comforting and exciting. Your soul, and therefore you, know this scene very well. It's the new timeline. Step in and make yourself at home. I'm going to give you a few minutes to walk around and take in this magnificent scene, this new beginning that is now visible to you. It's already done. It's already existing. Interact with this new timeline, this new beginning, this new opportunity. Notice the people here. Some you have not yet met in the physical world. What are you doing differently? How have you changed? What has changed in your life? Are you in a new job? I like to call it a life mission, life work. Who is by your side? Take a look around, beloved one. And witness the magnificence that is here, that is yours, that you have orchestrated before you came into this incarnation. And now, if there are some tweaks that you would like to make, you're allowed to make it. This is yours. This is your co-creation in motion. Make these tweaks so that they can be imprinted within the intelligence, the field, orchestrating this manifestation in motion for you. And now begin to allow yourself to feel gratitude, and most of all, to fully receive, to fully claim this new opportunity. It's very important to receive and claim the gifts here. And now stand still for a moment and allow this entire scene, like an energetic field, to imprint your cells and your tissues, every fiber of your being. And settling into your beautiful sacred heart, the 0 point of co-creation. Make a decision if you'd like to fully embody this new timeline. It's already done. It's all available. Your decision moves it into form. Feel yourself taking in and claiming and embodying the totality of this new scene, this new timeline. And now gently, ever so gently, feel beautiful time-space shift back into the physical structure that you're in, the space around you. Even as you carry within you the frequency band of this new timeline that must move into form. And so begin to connect again with your breath and take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And begin to reconnect with the surface that you're resting on. Reconnect with your body. Move your fingers and your toes around. Reconnect with the space around you, the room that you're in. Gently reorient back to this physical space. Even as you're energetically different. And gently, gently open your eyes and welcome back. And so we're going to wrap up our time together. I recommend making notes in your journal and lean fully into the deepest knowing that you were in fact gifted a golden key by the infinite intelligence, and that you opened up an energetic new reality for yourself that is even now moving into form as we speak. Thank you for the gift of your presence, your precious presence here with me today. Have a beautiful rest of this abundant, magical, alchemical weekend. Love to you, light to you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon in community. Bye-bye.